Hey everyone, it's Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained here on YouTube and in the Facebook group. Just in general, we're using the biblical and historical information that has been provided to us that along with our gifts in order to interpret what's really going on or maybe even foresee what is to come. So, um, yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Y'all know how it is. I'm on and I'm off. But, I've been having some good vibes, since that whole blue moon. I know that they have, there's a lot of information about this blue moon coming from a different origin that just happened. But I found information about it in texts of antiquity from South America. And it kind of is not the same as the general whatever they're saying that it comes from. Some people that are foreign to this land that came over here, I cannot remember exactly off the top of my head which group, but I found some interesting information in some ancient texts about the people of this of the Americas, making reference to this moon. Okay, so again, always dig a little bit deeper. If they're giving you a general something, go above and beyond that and dig a little bit deeper, because it helped me see a couple of things. And actually, me and my daughter that night did oh, like a midnight reading with the tarot. And but anyhow, okay, so let's go ahead and read from this book here. This book is called The New Testament of the Jerusalem Bible. Okay. Something that I was listening to when I had fallen asleep last night and I was trying to look for it. And then I ended up running into, what is it? The Declaration of Thoth again, or Thoth, Thought. Um, and it's a really short video. I put it up on in the group earlier today if you guys want to go ahead and take a listen. But I think it's a direct contact to the soul. So all of you guys that are already in tune with something at a higher elevating or radiating you know level, it should speak directly to you and about what's going on right now in these times. Okay, so it's so funny because I had read this information last night, or yeah, I think it was yesterday when I read a little part of this because I was looking up something, and I just pulled this book out because I like to play with these books. I bring them out, they're all across the table, then I put them back, whatever. So we're listening to this and comparing what was going on in this text with the declaration of thought. It really just was a confirmation for me to do a little bit more and go a little bit further. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and read. And again, here's a blurry snapshot I just put up here. I need to set up my scanner so I can start scanning things in. I had it set up and then I took it down. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and read this portion here. It's a portion of Revelations. Of course, it's going to be in the biblical text as well. We may refer to that in a minute. But this is the prophetic vision. Okay, because again, the Bible also tells you, like, okay, so I know people knock the Bible and they say there's older texts and everything like that, but again, in general, this is the book that we've been dealing with already. So if you have these gifts to see and hear, if you have these gifts to discern, if you have been bestowed, if these gifts have been bestowed upon you, they're used so that the information is already within you. Viewing these words are just helping trigger that information that has been packed down inside of you, that is resonating through you in your connection with source at this moment, through the ancestors, the guides. They call them angels, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so a lot of people try to challenge that, somebody is saying something because they're getting it from written information. A lot of times, a lot of us get these downloads or this confirmation prior to even digging deeper into the information and the sources that we have here available to us today, such as Google Books. Yes, because again, a lot of people knock that too. But I don't let anybody tell me how I should get my information. And that's why I tell you guys, I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. People don't know your whole possibilities, your powers. A lot of these people that saying these don't even, they may be in tune to a certain extent, but they may not be resonating on that level that of frequency that you are. Like, you see what I'm saying? So a lot of people tend to throw daggers. Again, when you are doing that, you're blocking your own. You know what I'm saying? You're blocking your own. That's why I know that we are the ones that we're waiting for. So I look to my soul siblings. And again, as another resource for information, even if they have different beliefs than I have, a lot of times I can hear something or see something or, get some type of something from them that can still help me in my search. And this is why I don't necessarily, people may not like the fact that I have certain individuals that are a part of certain groups in the group, but at the same time, I feel like we all have pieces to the puzzle. And as long as we can be respectful, if this person is saying this and you don't agree, now the group is about American Aborigines in general, or origines, or the earth. Okay, so-called ADOS black folk, these particular people. That's what the information that I bring is geared towards. But we're going to have to talk about other people and their involvement, good or bad, even ours, good or bad, in order to get down to the truth. There's no one-sidedness here. This is what I'm doing and this is the only way it goes. Other people are all involved. So you have to dissect and go through those particular things too, in order for us to get to something that seems like it is the truth and lines up to what the information that you're obtaining through self and source and what you have in front of you. Okay. So again, don't let people do that, because they think just because you give a post or you put something that they know exactly what you're thinking your intentions are when you do this, when again, I know that people that are walking with me are at all different levels uh, uh, of their awakening. And so I'm not going to just speak to one portion of the group. No, I'm someone that my voice is supposed to resonate with lots of different people on lots of different levels. And this is why sometimes you'll hear me use lots of different terms in order to describe something, because I don't want no one left behind. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I have all the information, but again, I go to someone's platform because I want to hear their point of view. Sometimes, some things, if they're speaking about something and I feel like they're going too in and giving me their perception. But again, I've come there because this particular person has they have a particular eye, and I trust to a certain extent what they're saying, then taking it into account with what I already know and what more research I want to do on it. But I'm coming to that person because they have a special uh, particular way of delivering a message. And so I want to hear their take on it. Okay. So if someone is sharing something with you that is speaking to them on different levels, and they're talking in between sharing it and kind of concluding it for you, if you don't like the conclusion or you don't agree with it or it don't sit right with you, you have the right to go get that information on your own and then read that. If it even resonates with you at all, you can go get that. Just like I gave you guys the fact that a lot of this stuff is coming because of the listening to of the declaration of thought. Okay. So again, if you don't like my spin on it, which could help deliver a message to someone else, right? Then you can go and get that on your own and listen to it on your own and see what you think about it. Okay. And that's not no way shade. It's just the truth. I don't want everybody to think that what I'm saying is what it is and that's just it. Never. So, because again, that's keeping you from unlocking things that are within you. Okay. So again, this is deeper than just looking at a page and telling you something. The only reason why I'm bringing something to you is if I've done thorough research, and this is going to hopefully be some kind of key to open up a door for you. Okay. And it's information that I've already dealt with on a certain level. Even if it's something that came to me new, it was sent there to complete the message that I'm trying to deliver. Okay. So let's go. You may not be able to see it clearly, but I promise you this is the portion that I'm reading from the book. Okay. So it says, the prelude to the great day. God entrusts the future of the world to the Lamb. Now, it's upstairs. I just pull. Oh, see. All right. Okay. I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring it to you because I just think I think it's San Juan or something, and I think this book talks about uh, Christopher Cabal or somebody with that Cabal last name. And I just discovered that. Okay, here it is. Okay, well, it wasn't this exact one. Wait, let me see. Hmm, hmm. Looking for these eyes, and if you look at these, these represent eyes or whatever. Um, but anyhow, this is not the one that we're on, and this is the one I think that I pulled up before. hmm So anyway, this here has to do with the lamb, because we're doing coat of arms, and we're doing the signs and symbols and the occult information that, okay, due to the fact that we've been indoctrinated the way that we have and given false perceptions and false notions of what we're talking about, it's very important to start to unravel this kind of thing. um some of these videos are going to be dead on. For some people, we're like, okay, now I know, because my whole thing is not to prove, I guess, anything, but to share the fact that, can we look at this in a different light? I know for a fact in my eyes, from the work that I've done, that America is, the American history is in the biblical text. Okay, just like I know that the American so-called Negro is actually the earth, or the oldest people, or the original people of this particular land. Okay. Lots of these texts that I'm sharing with you and all this information, if you read it and you have eyes and you're using that inner, uh, that fire or that flame, you know what I'm saying, at this point in time, when it comes to your chakras and being aligned and all this, then you'll see this, I feel. Okay. Yeah, but if you're just thinking that education in that system is what you think it is, and that you've learned everything you need to know by being scholarly, this stuff ain't for you. It's not for you. But we will show and prove some things that should at least make you think. Okay. And just to know that this, somebody lied to us about this whole thing, just like even American uh, uh, Indians knowing, wow, this system, not not just the people that are working in it. It made me think about the workers of iniquity, but I'm not saying that that's who that is, but maybe that's making me think that I should go into that information. But anyhow, um, to see that this whole thing is built on a lie to deceive you, to see that all this time these people have been, is very, it's mind-boggling, and it's something that is something to me, because just reading this like we're going to read now, and realizing that many people will not see it this way. They will maybe even call you crazy if you try to interpret this to them, or say you can find a way to make anything sound like anything. When I spent about 20 minutes gathering this information, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to come to some form of a conclusion, whether I'm incorrect, someone's lying, there's something else to look a little bit deeper into, or whatever. Okay? Just keeping our minds going and our wheels spinning. Okay? So so this image right here is what I'm going to start us looking at. But this right here says a prelude to the great day. And it says God entrusts the future of the world to the Lamb. So that's why I showed you guys this thing of the lamb here. Now we can look more into the lamb, into the biblical text, and see what kind of description is giving us of this lamb, because you might be thinking that we're talking about something, and we may as well, very well, probably be talking about something totally different. Okay. And that's the allegory in the whole thing when it comes to the parables and things. There are tricks that you have to actually look into and study in order to see. Okay? In order to see. Okay? So let's go back to where we were. Now, we're going to go ahead and just start this off. It's just a small portion that we're going to read. But I want to give you this image here because I found this at the last minute and it's really small, but I couldn't find anything else bigger to show you guys. So I just had to stick with it. So here it says, uh, then in my vision, I saw a door open in heaven. Okay. Now, this doesn't look necessarily like a door. But could this be a keyhole? You know, we've seen images like this before with a keyhole version of it. We've seen images like this with the oval, and you see people on this side of it, like as if they're looking or peering in. You know, what does this all really mean? A gateway or something like this? Okay, okay. Open in heaven, and I heard the same voice. Okay. Hold on, let's see. That you are able to see. This is the ending of something else, but it feels like I don't know when I look at this. And then that ointment to put on your eyes, you know, that just makes me also think about some kind of secretion or something that would be on someone's pineal gland that would not be calcified, that would have that dark matter or that substance working within that realm. Now, I don't know, that's just what that's making me think. I am the one who reproves and disciplines all those he loves, so repent in the real earnest. Um, hmm, okay. Look, I am standing at the door knocking. If one of you hears me calling and opens the door, I will come in to share his meal side by side with him. Those who prove victorious, I will allow to share my throne, just as I was victorious myself and took my place with my Father on his throne. If anyone has ears to hear, let him listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. So, let him listen to what, because a lot of the way I see is listening to some of this stuff. It kind of comes together when I'm listening. Reading, it feels like it's just, just because again, um, uh, I'm just now learning how to really interpret and use and read this information. Not just what we learn, they teach you what to think in school. They don't teach you how to think, and then also how to think now when all of us are going through all these changes and these levels of awakening and dealing with all these different aspects of it, you know. But listening is one of my gifts, and closing my eyes and just really listening to this stuff, and it forms the image of something that I then go seek. Okay, so let's see about, yeah, so listen to what the Spirit is saying. So again, if you're reading this like you're reading a bedtime story, you're not going to gain anything in thinking that you know the outcome of all this stuff and you know the terms and you're just reading it like that, and there's no depth to it. Which, why would you think the biblical text wouldn't have any depth through it to it? People are reading it at the surface and thinking that they're actually understanding something, and that's not correct. So um So yeah, so anyhow, hopefully you guys can see this, okay? Then in my vision, I saw a door open in heaven and heard the same voice speaking to me. The voice like a trumpet saying, "Come here." Okay? Now, I know you can't really see it here. And we can't really see what's going on up here with this temple. You see what I'm saying? We can't see, I can't see this. Maybe later on we can go ahead and look deeper into it. But here we're talking about this republic again. Okay. For the republic for which it stands. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And then we see 25 here. Now, this year it says 1892, 1893. This number could have changed. This stamp or whatever could have changed. Here in this text that we're reading, it's going to be saying something about 24 elders, I believe. But it's just funny how this has 25. I don't know what this 25 is supposed to stand for. I'm just saying, okay? Okay. It looks like it's October 17th, if I'm not mistaken. Centavos. Centavos. And then Servicio Postal. So maybe service, postal service or something. I don't know. But this looks like a man standing on top of something. And this guy has his foot up on something. And it looks like this guy's like, "Come here, let me show you something." And it looks like he's holding around his back here, like, "Come here, look, let me go ahead and show you something." and he's pointing to something, and they're both standing there looking. And of course, this person looks definitely like the person that's interpreting the message or showing someone something or someone. And this person looks like the person that is trying to be a scribe, or is someone that is trying to, grasp what he's showing him. Okay. Okay. So come here. I will show you what is to come in the future. With that, the spirit possessed me. Okay. And I saw a throne standing in heaven, and the one sitting on the throne, okay, and the one who was sitting on the throne, and the person sitting there looked like a diamond and a ruby. Okay. Okay. So, you know, this is not the first image. This came after, okay? But I'll just get this one out of the way. So this says that this is Palacio Municipal Copen Ruinas. I don't know. A Union Traballo, something something. This remind me of Lilith, but anyways, uh, yeah, 1893. Okay. And we see the corn here, and we see a beast of the field, or a bull, something with two horns, and we see somebody sitting. I don't know what this part. I don't know if this is just a bust, or this is actually depicting someone's feet or something sitting here. But you know, we see this. It says a Honduras art painting in high resolution. So it was hard for me to find anything else that was depicted this way. Now, this person could have ruby colored, this could be hidden information. This could be something where they're showing this image here, but, there may be other stuff here that we can't see because it's not in color. Okay. Okay. This may be one that will help. Okay. Um, let's see. Okay. So this making me think of one with the four wings, because these banners or these things here, see, I just don't want to lose the page. But okay, we're here now. Okay. So this is the national coat of arms of Honduras. It's saying September 18th, 21. The Republic Honduras Libre something something independence. Okay. And then we have these seven things here. From what we can see, I'm not sure if these things are connecting in the back. So what I can just do is just count that there's seven. Okay. So let's just see where we're going with this. Okay. So it says someone standing on a because the allegory part, which I just passed up here, I wanted to read that to you guys, is making these things with these weird things on these coat of arms and symbols so that you can't see, just like here. There's one that has to do with one of those countries or nations, and there's a man there. There's actually two men standing here on the side, and one is holding this, and one is holding a thing like this. One is so-called white, and one is so-called black. Neither one of them have a shirt on, but they're standing as pillars or whatnot. So again, these things change and manifest over time. And also, I think it's to hide or decode or just change things so that we can't pick up on these type of things. So, um, so what drew me to this part was, okay, I didn't see a man, but I did see that one image of Honduras, and it had someone sitting in the middle of the image. And then it says, and the person sitting there looked like a diamond and a ruby. Okay. There was a rainbow. So now we're kind of getting there. Encircling the throne. Again, that person would have been in the middle there. And then this is also like a ruby here. And this is almost like a cut diamond shape, but even though it's emerald. Oh, Okay, well, hold on. This is where we're going. So let's read this again. I'm sorry to do this, but this is the best way I know. And the person sitting there looked like a diamond and a ruby. So again, this could look like a diamond to me. This could be looking like a diamond to me, and this could look like a ruby. And there was a rainbow encircling the throne, and here is a rainbow kind of encircling something. And of course, it's not a throne, but is it? Because this also looks like a throne. If you look at ancient Egypt and some of the kind of square shaped things that they're sitting on. If you look at some other old things, even when it comes to the people of South America and Mexico and all of these other places, these things look somewhat like a throne. Okay, and this looked like an emerald. Okay, and so this little diamond that looks like an emerald. Okay, round the throne in the circle were 24 thrones. Okay, so it's saying in this circle were 24 thrones. Now, I don't know if these thrones could be representing these bricks for masons or carpenters or builders. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if these could be representing something like that, if you count these, right? Because again, this almost looked like an emerald, kind of like a cut, funny cut, or rough cut, or rough hewn stone of some sort. Okay. And then also, I don't know if there's 24 rays here, see, coming out of the sun. But this is how we're trying to do it, okay? So, um, and on them I saw 24 elders, okay? So 24 stones and then 24 elders. And then, I'm thinking, do these brown stones maybe represent something? Um, and then the white stones represent something, because I told you at one point, one of these images for one of these places, I don't think it was Honduras, but someone that would be connected to them possibly. And there was a so-called white man on this side holding one type of weapon, and there was a so-called black person on this side. Okay. And they were dressed in white robes. So okay, so again, so we have this brown and white, and these have, that's just funny that they did this like this, because usually all these temples and pyramids and stuff like that usually have one color. So this has to be symbolizing something else. Okay, it's up to you, you know, with golden crowns on their heads. Okay, so again, I'm not sure, but this also kind of looks like a pillar, but it also could be a crown. It could be representing some type of crown. And these could be representing, some type of portion of the crown. Okay. Um, let's see. 24 elders sitting on white robes and with golden crowns. Or again, could these be the golden crowns? You know what I'm saying? 24 elders and sitting on them. See, so they're dressed in white robes, and sitting on them would be these golden crowns on their heads. So these could be their heads of state. You see what I'm saying? Hmm. Flashes of lightning were coming from the throne. Okay. Um, and I really don't see any flashes of lightning. I just see some flashing here. You see? It just looks like the color has some type of something coming down here. Or even this flashing here, that we're seeing. Um, and the sound or flashes of light, or, you know, these could be some kind of flares or some kind of, something. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And the sound of pearls of thunder. Okay. And the sound of pearls of thunder. So again, I'm not really, these little, who knows if this is a replica. I'm pretty sure it's a replica, but who knows what the original one looked like? Can we find a colored image of the first one? What are these things right here that are standing that are down here? What does this actually really represent? Um, could these be something dropping or shining from these pearls or whatever that would be here? And in front of the throne, there were 7 flaming lamps burning. Okay. So in front of it, there were 7 flaming lamps burning. Again, this reminds me of also this here. So, you know, some things like this make me feel like we're getting somewhere. I'm just taking you along as if I was researching this on my own. And 7 spirits. So again, okay, of God. Okay. And then again, when we're talking about the crown chakra and we're talking about the corona and we're talking about the light that would be flashing, even we see this light on the Baphomet, this burning light, because again, over time, I've learned that I just look at everything and I can't take you either here or there with it. But what I'm saying is, I think it's something we should look deeper into, because they're going to take, when they know these signs are coming and they know the things to look for in you, when they're looking to you to see what you're talking about and trying to confuse you, they're going to make these things just because they look like something that would be what they told us evil today, doesn't mean that these things naturally were. So again, I look at all these things in different lights. Okay. So when you see that fire or that, uh, when we're talking about the Baphomet or different types of things like this. Okay. And then, let's see, 7 flaming. Okay. Between the throne. Okay. Between the throne and myself was a sea. Okay. So again, imagine that person I showed you at first looking through this same shape now that they were looking, that they were in. Think about them looking here. Okay. And seeing that there was a sea here, right? That seemed to be made of glass. So again, this could be a crystal clear, sea here. This look like a mirroring image of what's going on here. But then again, the way that these lights are shining, these kind of look like I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to get us to see that in here. It doesn't really match up. But hey, who knows? It could be something else that's symbolic. Okay. But the fact that we're looking at is that there was a sea right here. Now imagine them over here where you are looking at the screen, looking through here. Okay. Like crystal. So see this here, even look like crystal, like, how it would be glaring in the sun. In the center, grouped round the throne itself. So in the center, grouped round the throne itself. Were 4 animals. Okay. Hmm. And the thing that's getting me now is not seeing the animals, but we did see 2 animals on the first image of the man that was there with the face. So, uh, what of this could be representing animals? What, this would be, can we look at a different one? Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. 3 oak trees. On the right and 3 pines on the left. So those oak trees could stand for a certain tribe, nation, or group of people, along with the pines. That could. Um, let's see. Sledgehammer and hammer, mines, all these things. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's kind of similar. Um, I don't know what this is here. This shape here. Looks like, you have to look at things like this too, because sometimes there's stuff that's actually hidden too, just like with the money. They're kind of hidden. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of this stuff here. And see how this one is. Let's see. A stamp printed in Honduras shows the coat of arms of Honduras. um, circa 1890. Okay. Um, Again, a lot of things are symbolic here. I just can't see the image good enough. I can't see if this is actually something sitting inside of there. Um, I can't see. I also can't see what's here either. hmm And then here, there is seems to be, well, at least one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and maybe that's not one. And this one is kind of like just white, but I'm really not getting anything from this one here. Okay. Even here's another one with this person now. Um, and it's kind of like, no, this is kind of like an orange color or whatever. This stamp here. Um, Okay, this one has an animal on it. So again, now I'm opening up the door to even looking at more of these stamps and stuff to see how this incorporates. Um, Even here, what is this? 1957. Because again, this is talking about future things, what is to come in the future, right? So this would be later on. Okay. Dos centavos de limpira or limp, I don't know, whatever. You guys can, whatever. Okay. Waterloo and Sons. Okay. And I don't know. I think this is something that probably came through whatever machine they use, but could this be 24 elders here? Okay. And then if we look at it now, what I'm going to show you some stuff that's happening actually now in 2020, you'll see that the president wears white. And this is talking about somebody now wearing white. Um, So, and then these people around the throne were dressed in these white robes with golden crowns on their head. Okay. But I wonder, and look at these. See they have these golden and black or something color military style hats. And that's what I was gonna say. Nowadays, that when we'll see in a second how the president is dressed in all white, look pretty sharp, but you know what I'm saying? So with many eyes in front and behind. Okay. So again, are we talking about this person here? See? Are we talking about these people that's sitting right here at this table? Are they the lights? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Hmm. I don't know. And then there's eyes sitting in front of them. And then there's probably people here too. And then all around them and around them. I mean, what is this what we could be talking about? And the first animal was like a lion. And the second like a bull. Okay, so again, we seen the bull on that one image of the ancient warrior sitting in the middle of that throne at an earlier time. So things have changed over time, and they show these signs and symbols. This is why they say, look to the stars for insight and all this other stuff. The whole time you staring up into the stars, not really getting anything, or some people may. But I think that all this stuff, just like going into church and saying, oh, I'm blessed, and really many of your people are not, is delusional. And this has been a indoctrination or training, a mass manipulation of the mind. They've been playing tricks on you, okay? Because we can see more things looking at this way than we can see it looking at that way. And you don't have to do it the same way I'm doing, but I'm just giving people a scale so that, if they would like to be or interested in doing this type of research, they could. That's just it, okay? To say that it's out there, okay? So the first animal, and going with your instincts and common sense with some of this stuff, because they've tried to get rid of that. Okay. So the first one was like a lion, the second like a bull, the third like an animal had a human face. Even here we have another dude here. And don't think that these don't represent the two pillars here. Okay. So um okay. And the fourth animal was like an eagle. Okay. We're going to go into that in a minute. And each of the four animals had six wings and had uh, eyes all the way round as well as inside. Now, I'm wondering if these eyes could represent stars or something that would be on the costumes or the apparel of some of these brigadier generals or some of these generals here. Okay. Um, you know, six wings, you know, you can have those wings on your uniform, you know, as well. Okay. And had eyes all the way around them. Okay. And the eyes could also be representing stars. Um, there's like no way to teach anybody how to do this. It just is the way. Okay. In the day and the night, they never stop singing. Okay. So it's saying, Holy, holy, the Lord God, the Almighty, He was, He is, and He is to come. So I was just thinking that this is pretty, you know, kind of serious here. And then we see here I'm guessing this is December 21st, 1957. Okay. Um, Also here, could be a crown of gold. Since we have all this here that I didn't recognize at first, let's just go ahead and look through it. Because again, all of this stuff is also still symbolic. I'm sure you can follow the history and incorporate these terms when you're doing so. Um, you know, what is this? Mexico? Okay. I'm pretty sure you can do this and you can, you know, it'll start to change your perception. It'll start breaking down those barriers that are there. Let's see this one. Hmm. Oh, he definitely got some French braids or something going back into a ponytail. Huh. 1492. Hmm. Something tobacco. Okay. Anyway, okay. And every time the animals glorified and honored and gave thanks to the one sitting on the throne. Okay, so again, honoring the one that's sitting on the throne. And again, is it saying like how each one is sitting on the throne? Here, let's just pull this back up for a second. So is it saying like how each one is sitting on a throne? Each one has an allotted time. So all the people that were represented as the heads of state, or these estates, you know, does that actually, you know, stand for something? Um, and it says here, or even sitting on the throne as the president. You see what I'm saying? Who lives forever and ever, and the 24 elders prostrated themselves before him to worship the one who lives forever and ever, and threw down their crowns in front of the throne, saying, "You are our Lord, our God. You are worthy of glory and honor and power, because you have made all the universe, and it is only by your will that everything was made exists." I saw that the right hand of the one sitting on the throne, there was a scroll, okay, that had writing on the back and front and was sealed with a seal. Uh, then I saw a powerful angel. Again, angels in my eyes sometimes represent uh, uh, not warriors, but militia, military forces, uh, higher up, like brigadier generals and people that are higher up in the rankings. Okay, who called with a loud voice, "Is there anyone worthy to open the scroll and break the seal?" But there was no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth who was able to open the scroll and read it. I wept bitterly because there was nobody fit to open the scroll and read it. But the one of the elders said to me, "There is no need to cry. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphant, or you see, yeah, triumphant, and he will open the scroll and the seven seals of it." Okay, so even that whole thing of thoughts, talking about the seven seals that are radiating within you down your spine. Okay, um, and it says, then standing between the throne with the four animals and the circle of the elder, a lamb that seemed to have been sacrificed. Now, see, that's making me think about that image that we brought up uh, here. You know what I'm saying? And oh, look at this. Here's 7 seals here. And then also look at this. These things that are all around about it. See? And then you have that emerald color here as well. And then you have the rubies here as well. Okay? And you have some kind of thing that, it looks like a harp, but maybe it's a bow. Maybe it's a bow and arrow. Okay? And then these crowns, and who's underneath them? Who does this represent? You see? So all of these people are in bed together, making you think that they're not. But even look, Seal of Colorado, you have these things here with this same thing in the ruby here. So this is the altering and changing of all of this stuff. See? And it's tricky. And that's why a lot of people don't catch these things. They don't. And then look at this. Well, which one is this? Puerto Rico now. Okay. Oh, and then here's one here. Look, as if it were a man, as if it were a lion. I'm wondering if this bull represents if this represents the bull, you know what I'm saying? Or where are we at? Oh, you can't really see. You asked for. Mm-mm. Look. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, and Rio y Negro, Siempre, red and black forever. So this is what's talking about how the person ruleth forever. Okay. Here's a lampstand here. And I'm wondering if this has something to do with like the tourists or maybe like some kind of lampstand. This thing of gold here. There's white in the back. So like I'm saying, I play with this stuff back and forth, but again, just because it doesn't match that thing all the way, the most one that we got was Honduras that matches this thing to the T. Because they have changed the ways. They have put land slots. They have uh, taken people from one place and placed them somewhere. So all of that stuff is going to be intertwined. You have to follow it throughout history to see the signs. It's going to be intertwined at some time where, again, it's going to be tricky. And if you really don't like to do this kind of work, you just won't even go. And so that's why I say that just because we know that the Bible, something that has to do with religion or their so-called religion in the Bible has tricked us in some kind of way, it doesn't mean that it's not still there right in front of your eyes. And you just have to dissect and dig deeper to see what the spirit or what that energy is trying to show you. So it's been messed up. And so, yeah, there's older texts, ancient texts, but who knows when, what came out, or how did they decide to display these things? Maybe something came out first and then they displayed it this way so that you would think it came, so this is what I'm saying, to use your own self as the key, okay, to open up these doors, okay. But anyway, it goes, these places are still down there in that crest of the origins of uh, society or man or whatnot, the Gulf of Mexico, all in that uh, area, and it has to do with the Indies, and so still, I'm pretty sure some of these people are going to have some of the same type of things. Now, if we're putting in, they're going to also match a couple of things, like the lion is going to be of England or the British, because again, Honduras is tied to Britain. So, okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, yeah. So the 4 animals in the circle, okay, and this is a circle here, okay, of the elders, a lamb that seemed to have been sacrificed. It had 7 horns and had 7 eyes. Okay. All right. So this is not giving us anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these could be the 7. These could be the 7 eyes. And let's see. And this has 8 though. This has 8 uh, horns or whatnot. 7 horns and 7 eyes. I wonder where else those eyes can be. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what else could be giving us that. Um, hmm, yeah, and I don't want to hold you guys up. Okay, so which are the 7 spirits God had sent out all over the world? And see how he's like in this kind of thing here, like in the center of the sea. The lamb came forward to take the scroll. Okay, so he came forward to take the scroll from the right hand of the one sitting on the throne. And when he took it, the 4 animals prostrated themselves before him. With them, the 24 elders, each of them was holding a harp, okay, and had a golden bowl full of incense made to the prayers of the saints. They sang a new hymn. You are worthy to take the scroll um, uh, and break the seals of it, because you were sacrificed, and with your blood you brought men for God of every race. Sound like a traitor to the Aborigine to me. I don't know. Language, people, and nations, and made them a line of kings and priests to serve your God and to rule the world. Okay. In my vision, I heard a sound of an immense number of angels gathering. This could be troops round the throne, and the animals and their elders. And the animals can also represent those men that we saw sitting at that table. Okay. Again, you would have to look at their coat of arms for their nation and also for their family. Okay. And that could have been him opening up some kind of paper, like we see the so-called president doing it now when they're sitting at the Ark of the Covenant. I mean, when they're sitting at the presidential resolute desk. Okay. And they're signing these things. You see, everybody usually stays away from the desk. And I think there's even 2 seats sometimes sitting in front to the side of the desk, and, things like that. So let's just keep going. Okay. And the animals and the elders and the 10,000 times 10,000, shouting, the lamb that was sacrificed is worthy to be given power, riches, wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessings. Then I heard all living things in creation, everything that lives in the air and on the ground and under the ground, um, and in the sea, crying to the one who was sitting on the throne and to the lamb, by all praise, honor, glory, and power forever and ever. And the 4 animals said, Amen. And the elder prostrated themselves to worship. Okay. All right. So we're going to stop there, and then I will pick up with, let's see. Hold on. Looking at this. Okay. Oh, wait. This is the one that I couldn't read. Okay. So I translated it. Now, this happened October 1st, 2020. Honduran consulate opens in North Carolina. I wish that we could see what this is. Oh yeah, there's the symbol. I was looking for what the symbol is for the building, but I couldn't find any images of it. But you see it here, and you know, these ladies have at least white on, and she has a white jacket or coat on. But everybody else is dressed in darker colors. Um, Same thing. Let's see if there's another one that I wanted to share. We'll wait. I'll show you the other one when we come back. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more information like this or different posts that may not come up on YouTube. I want to thank you guys for watching, and take care.